Hey there, my beautiful friends. I hope you all are having a fan-frickin-tabulous day. I am currently just hanging out right now. I've been watching videos, I've been talking to people, I've been just really spending a lot of time hanging out. And I just wanted to come on here and just briefly chat with you guys a little bit. I'm really freaking tired. But I have had a very good day today. I had lunch with a mentor of mine, and we went to McDonald's, which was actually a really fun experience. And obviously I got the kids meal had the Happy Meal because that's all I could eat, and everything. And I did get the one that had the toy, and again I got a different toy than usual, the ones I normally get are a little. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys what I got. This is the toy that came in the Happy Meal. And if you guys know, and if you guys have been watching me for a little bit, you know that I have multiple of these little changeable ones. So I'm actually gonna show you guys. So we actually have this one. We have this guy. We have the fries. We have the burger. And we have this little drink dispenser. So those are the little McDonald's little things that we currently are using and have available to us. And I love them. I love little trinkets like that, like things like that I can just use and have fun with. They just make my heart happy, and at the end of the day, that's really all you can ask for, right? Is something that just makes your heart happy. And that's kind of been really the focus lately, and the focus of what I want moving forward from things is I just want to be able to do things that make my heart happy, things that bring me joy. So if that means that the thing that brings me joy is my blankets, my stuffed animals, whatever, then that's the things that I want to focus on. And I want to try to focus my life on being as simple with things as possible, you know. Sorry, my back is itchy, but I just want to do things that make me happy and that bring me joy. And for me, that stuff is my stuffies, my fidgets, my blankets, children's shows, things related to, you know, being a kid at heart. I'm using this as a back scratcher because I don't know where my actual back scratcher is. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. My sensory toys, basically. Things like this. Yeah, all the things. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay that, like, I have, anybody who knows and who's watched me for a while knows I have chronic disabilities, multiple disabilities, chronic illnesses, whatever. I call them chronic disabilities, but that's not what I meant. I meant chronic illnesses and multiple disabilities. So, my life looks a little bit different. I also have a lot of trauma from my past and everything. So I am healing a lot of that stuff, so my life does not necessarily look like a lot of people, and that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with my life being the way that it is, because at the end of the day, I am doing adult things. I do the important stuff when I have to, and it really depends on how I'm able to manage, but I do my share of things in my relationship with my husband. And honestly, at the end of the day, how we handle things and how we manage is between my husband and I, right? It's not between anybody else. So, anyway, I just feel like it's important to note that stuff, because I feel like a lot of people will go into it being like, well, your husband is going to work every day and is doing all of this stuff, and what are you doing to contribute? What are you doing to help further things along and make y'all's life better together? And I think the thing to remember is everybody's life looks different. Everybody's way of doing things is different. So, just because for you guys that means doing one thing, doesn't mean that that is the case for everybody. And my life may seem a little bit different, but it doesn't mean that my life is worse or better than yours. It doesn't mean that just because I don't have a full-time 9-to-5 job doesn't mean that I don't have things that I do during that time that hubby's at work. I take care of our cats. I take care of our house. I make sure appointments are set up. I make sure that things get done around the house. And quite frankly, I also help him to make sure that he is regulated and okay and able to do what he needs to do for us. So the fact that I don't work in the same way he does not mean that the stuff that I do is any less valid or any less important. So yeah. That's kind of my viewpoint on it is okay to do things differently. And just because my life looks a little different than yours doesn't necessarily mean that my life is any less important than yours. So you gotta do what works for you at the end of the day. And whatever that is for you, then that's what's right for you. You can't compare lives with other people. You can't compare your circumstances with other people. And even if circumstances are similar, doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be the same. And because one person or multiple people around you may have the same diagnosis, does not mean that it affects you the same way. There are so many people out there who have like autism, anxiety, complex PTSD, mast cell activation, all of these other things. There's so many of us out there living with those conditions, anxiety, whatever. But every single one of us is affected differently by it. For some of us, it means that for some people, it's a completely debilitating thing, and they're not able to do a lot, and they require a lot of care from caregivers or from various different people. And there are people like me who do struggle and who do need quite a bit of support, but I'm also able to do things on my own too. I'm also able to function in certain areas on my own without needing the extra support per se. I'm able to be by myself for a while. I'm able to be left home alone. I'm able to do things. But that doesn't mean that my level of support isn't... That doesn't mean that I don't need support. It doesn't mean that I don't have a level of support needs. Because I do. And all of that. But it just... From the outside, it may look like I don't have a lot of support needs because oftentimes you guys don't see the behind the scenes. You guys don't see what happens in everyday moments. You guys see glimpses of my days. And a lot of the times the things I show are a lot more are the better moments. They're the moments where I don't have the inability to do things. I show you guys the stuff that I can do on my own a lot of times. I don't show how much anxiety I have in making a phone call. I don't show how hard it is for me to motivate myself to get up in the mornings and to do stuff, or the amount of spoons that it takes to do things like dishes, or how much it takes to do the laundry. Sometimes even something as simple as picking up my phone to film for you guys is exhausting. But I do it. And I do it because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy filming for you guys. I enjoy taking care of people. I enjoy taking care of our house. I enjoy being productive. But that doesn't mean that it's simple all the time. It doesn't mean that I don't sometimes pay for it because of the way my body is and whatnot. But I do enjoy life. I do enjoy doing things. I want to do those things. So, and that's another thing that I think oftentimes people forget, is that sometimes there's a difference between wanting to do something and being able to do something. A good example, for me, I want to be able to drive long distances. I'm not able to. I want to be able to go out at night in the evenings on my own. I'm not able to. I want to do all of those things. I'm just not able to because of limitations, because of various different things. And that's just a reality. And there's nothing wrong with it. And this is not how I would have chosen for things to be. But at the same time, I also realize that I'm lucky. I'm lucky to be in a place where I can choose. I'm lucky to be in a place where I can do what I'm doing and be where I am at and not have to worry. So anyway, guys, I did want to just come on here and give you guys this update. I'm not necessarily the most upbeat like I normally would be, and that's just because I have a headache. Nothing's wrong. I've had a really good day, a really fun day, but I just am now, obviously, there's consequences to that. And that's the hard part is I had a really good day. I had a really productive day. I did a lot. Not necessarily like, I don't know, for some people may not seem like a lot, the stuff that I did today, but I did a lot today. And now I'm like, kind of in a sense, paying for it. Because I feel very drained. I have a headache. I feel like I've lost so much energy because I had a really, really, really good day. And I know a part of it is also tiredness. I am definitely tired. So, anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. As always, remember, if you're going through it, you'll get through it. And remember who you are. And remember that it is okay for things not to be the way people think it should be. It is okay to accommodate to yourself. It does not make you less than. It does not make you a bad person. It does not define your worth. That you have challenges, that you have disabilities, that you have things going on. Does not define it. It does not define that. Your challenges, your struggles, your support needs don't define your worth. Don't define who you are in that sense. So, anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Hopefully the next video will be a lot more upbeat because I will have been more rested. Because tomorrow I don't have anything going on other than the final walkthrough of our new house. And other than that, I am spending the day resting. So, anyway, I love you guys. And as always, remember, if you're going through it, you'll get through it. And remember who you are. I know I've already said that, but anyway. I will talk to you guys in my next one. I'm going to go to bed now because I am genuinely tired. So, love you guys. Bye.